Today on Rappler. Former First Lady Imelda Marcos is in the hospital for pneumonia. At least 4 Filipinos are injured after China Coast Guard ships shoot water cannons at a Philippine Coast Guard ship. Embattled preacher Apollo Kiboy is held in contempt after snubbing another Senate hearing. Israeli forces raid the Palestinian administrative capital of Ramallah, killing a 16-year-old in a refugee camp. France makes abortion a constitutional right. And the U.S. Supreme Court overturns a decision excluding Donald Trump from the Colorado Republican primaries. Former First Lady Imelda Marcos, aged 94, is in the hospital for slight pneumonia and fever. Senator Imelda Marcos says Tuesday, March 5, her mother was brought to the hospital after bouts of coughs and fever. Imelda says the family would prefer to, quote, take precautions and have her mother in the hospital for close monitoring. President Marcos says his mother is, quote, in good spirits and has no difficulty in breathing and is resting well. In May 2023, Imelda had a successful angioplasty. The Marcos matriarch also previously cited multiple organ infirmities when she skipped the promulgation of her graft case in November 2018. She noted she had the following illnesses. Imelda had been subject of death rumors for years, with the latest being in 2023. At least 4 Filipinos sustained minor injuries after 2 China Coast Guard ships used water cannons against a much smaller Philippine vessel. This happened during a resupply mission to Ayungin Shoal in the West Philippine Sea on Tuesday, March 5. The 4 were aboard the Onaizame 4, one of the 2 civilian vessels tapped to bring supplies to the BRP Sierra Madre. Authorities say 2 CCG ships, vessels 21555 and 21551, used their water cannons against the Onaizame 4 at the same time, eventually shattering the windshield of the boat. CCG vessel 21555 also collided with the BRP Sindangan, causing superficial structural damage. Footage posted by Commodore J. Tariela shows the 2 Coast Guard ships colliding and Philippine personnel scrambling to place a barrier between the 2 ships. China is infamous for aggressive actions in the West Philippine Sea. The Senate Committee on Women, Children, Family Relations, and Gender Equality cites embattled preacher Apollo Quiboloy in contempt Tuesday, March 5, after he snubs the hearing. The committee also asked Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri to have Kiboy arrested so he could be brought before the panel to testify. The committee resumes investigation into the alleged abuse committed by Kiboy against former workers of his Davao-based religious group, Kingdom of Jesus Christ. As the hearing was ongoing, Kiboy's followers gather outside the Senate to protest. Senator Robin Padilla, meantime, places on record his objection to Ontiveros' ruling to hold the controversial pastor in contempt. Padilla did not provide a clear reason. Kiboy's whereabouts remain unclear after saying earlier that he is in hiding. Israeli forces raid the Palestinian administrative capital of Ramallah in the occupied West Bank overnight, killing a 16-year-old in a refugee camp Monday, March 4. Witnesses in Ramallah say the Israeli forces drove dozens of military vehicles into the city. The Israeli military claim a riot broke out between Palestinians and soldiers, with the Palestinians throwing rocks and petrol bombs while the soldiers responded with live fire. Palestinian Health Ministry says Israeli forces shot and killed 16-year-old Mustafa Abu Shalbak while raiding a Mari refugee camp. The Palestinian news agency WAFA report confrontations broke out as Israeli forces stormed the camp, during which live bullets were fired at Palestinian youths. Violence has surged across the West Bank, with at least 400 Palestinians killed in clashes with Israeli soldiers and settlers. France enshrines the right to abortion in its constitution. Parliament members and senators overwhelmingly backed the move, voting 780 to 72 in a special joint vote of the 2 houses of Parliament Monday, March 4. Article 34 of the French Constitution now reads, "The law determines the conditions in which a woman has the guaranteed freedom to have recourse to an abortion." Abortion rights activists gathered in central Paris cheer and applaud. The Eiffel Tower displays the message "My Body, My Choice" as the result of the vote was announced on a giant screen. Abortion rights are more widely accepted in France than in the United States and many other countries. Polls show around 80% of French people back the fact that abortion is legal. The United States Supreme Court hands Donald Trump a major victory on Monday, March 4, as it overturns a judicial decision that excluded him from Colorado's ballot for Republican primaries. The Colorado court ruled that the U.S. Constitution's 14th Amendment disqualifies Trump from public office for inciting the January 6, 2021 Capitol attack. The Supreme Court justices unanimously reversed the December 19 decision by Colorado's top court. The Supreme Court notes that while states may disqualify persons attempting to hold state office, states have no power under the Constitution to enforce Section 3 with respect to federal offices, especially the presidency. The ruling came on the eve of Super Tuesday, the day when most states hold party nominating contests. Trump was also barred from the ballot in Maine and Illinois, but those decisions were put on hold pending the Colorado case. And that's today's wrap. I'm Kara Oliver. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.